अतीव सत्यप्रकाशाय नमः। ॐ श्री करुणाकर गुरु अतीव सत्यप्रकाशाय नमः। ॐ श्री करुणाकर गुरु परब्रह्मणे नमः। ॐ श्री करुणाकर गुरु सत्यप्रदाय नमः।
Sadguru Sharanam. As the day gracefully transitions into the evening, we now prepare for the Deepa Pradakshinam, one of the most spiritually enriching moments of our day. For the next few hours, the heart of Santhigiri Ashram will be aglow, not just with light, but with the pure devotion and collective prayers of the Sannyasa Sangha and the Brahmacharinis. This sacred procession is a ritual of deep significance, symbolizing the eternal triumph of light over darkness. Each deepam they carry, the silver platters adorned with their soft glow of half coconut oil lamps, with their flames dancing gently in the cool evening air, are no ordinary lamps. They are vessels of divine light, passed down from the sanctity of the Prarthanalayam, the very source of spiritual energy in the ashram. As the Sangha circumambulates the Prarthanalayam, their steps echo with devotion as they proceed towards the Sahagarana Mandiram and Parnashala, the sacred structures that symbolize Guru's divine mission. The light that these devotees carry in their hands is not just a flame, it is the guiding brilliance of the Guru Dharma Prakasha Sabhas, illuminating not only the grounds of the ashram but also casting away the shadows of ignorance, despair and ego from the world. The Deepa Pradakshinam in many ways is a metaphor of the journey of life. Each step around the holy mandirs is a step closer to divine realization, a step closer to unity with Guru's teachings. Let us immerse ourselves then in this serene experience as the lights carried by the Sangha sweep away the dusk, not just from the evening sky but from our hearts as well. May this ritual remind us that no matter how dark the world may seem, the light of divine wisdom, guided by the hands of the devoted, will always lead the way forward. We are all witnessing sights of the Sannyasa Sangha preparing themselves for the Deepa Pradakshinam, which will start momentarily. The ashram at this hallowed hour is enveloped in an ethereal stillness, a witness to the inner stirrings of countless hearts ready to receive that luminant grace. At the very heart of this spiritual haven, at the very heart of Santhigiri Ashram, lies the profound truth that all paths, all traditions and all beings are but different expressions of the One. And in this tranquil prelude of dusk, as the sun bows gracefully to the horizon, the day surrenders to the soft embrace of twilight. Santhigiri Ashram, radiant in its serene splendor, stands as an eternal beacon of spiritual awakening and transformation. Rooted deeply in the timeless values of Annadanam, Atirasevanam, and Atma Bodhanam, the ashram embodies the divine vision of Navajoti Sri Karunakara Guru, whose compassion and whose wisdom continue to illuminate countless souls. His legacy lives on in the very essence of this ashram and through the continued guidance of Her Holiness Shishya Pujita Amridajnana Tapaswini, the Guru Apparent. As we stand on the cusp of this sacred evening, we recall that 40 years ago, on Vijayadashami Day of 1984, 31 souls took the vow of sannyasa, a commitment to spiritual renunciation. For them, and for all who follow this path, sannyasa diksha is not a renunciation of the material world, but an exaltation of the soul's journey towards unity with the divine. The ringing of the bells echo as the ritual unfolds in this gentle twilight. Let us all take this time to reflect on our own spiritual journey. May the light we carry tonight inspire us to shine brighter in the world, to walk the path of righteousness and compassion, and to realize that we are all interconnected by the divine flame that resides in each one of us. Let the Deepa Pradakshinam be not just a ritual, but a reminder that in the journey toward truth, we are never alone. Guru's light always illuminates the way. This Deepa Pradakshinam thus becomes an act of surrender and of renewal, where each devotee, with every circuit made around the Sahagarna Mandiram, the Parnashala and the Prarthanalayam, offers their ego, their desires and their challenges into the eternal flame of divine will. As the lamps merge into the gathering darkness, they will leave behind a radiant trail of devotion to transform the ashram into a sacred tapestry woven with the light of countless souls seeking a higher consciousness. In this twilight hour, Her Holiness Shishya Pujita Amridajnana Tapaswini's guidance resonates through the ashram. As the sannyasis and sannyasinis, the brahmacharis and brahmacharinis are preparing to walk together in unity, embracing the light that guides us inward and forward. The luminous paths they will trace is a reflection of the Guru Shishya Bandham, the eternal link between master and disciple that illuminates even the darkest corners of our existence. Let us all take this time to reflect on our own spiritual journey.
Om Sri Karuna अतीव सत्यप्रकाशाय नमः। ॐ श्री करुणाकर गुरु अतीव सत्यप्रकाशाय नमः। ॐ श्री करुणाकर गुरु परब्रह्मणे नमः। ॐ श्री करुणाकर गुरु सत्यप्रदाय नमः। ॐ श्री करुणाकर गुरु अतीव सत्यप्रकाशाय नमः। ॐ श्री करुणाकर गुरु अतीव सत्यप्रकाशाय नमः। ॐ श्री करुणाकर गुरु अतीव सत्यप्रकाशाय नमः। ॐ श्री करुणाकर गुरु परब्रह्मणे नमः। ॐ श्री करुणाकर गुरु सत्यप्रदाय नमः। ॐ श्री करुणाकर गुरु अतीव सत्यप्रकाशाय नमः। ॐ श्री करुणाकर गुरु अतीव
As we immerse ourselves in the spiritual radiance of the Diva Pradakshinam, let us turn our attention to the rhythmic energy that fills the air, the mesmerizing Chandavadi Mela, this symphony of percussion that pulses with life and devotion that is happening just outside the Prarthanalaya. The vibrant beats of the Chanda, each stroke resounding through the air, are a divine offering, resonating with the eternal rhythms of the universe. This traditional Kerala percussion ensemble, in its grandeur, seems to mirror the very heartbeat of Santhigiri Ashram tonight. As the deepams flicker and move inside the Prarthanalayam, the Chandamelam invokes the sacred vibrations that have long echoed through these hallowed grounds. The synchrony of the drums with the spiritual procession is no coincidence. It is an alignment of sound and light coming together to celebrate the eternal Guru's path. With its intricate rhythms and powerful beats, the Chandavadi Melam heightens the spiritual atmosphere, bringing everyone present into the moment. It is a reminder that every act of devotion, whether through light, sound or prayer, is part of a larger cosmic symphony. One that we are all blessed to be a part of tonight. As the Diva Pradakshinam is bound to start at the Prarthanalayam and then continue onwards to the Parnashala and the Sagarana Mandiram, the Chandavadi Melam is reaching a crescendo, echoing the spiritual journey itself, where the individual merges into the universal and the physical becomes one with the divine. This union of sound and light reflects the very principle laid down by Guru. Everything becomes a medium for divine expression. May we carry this experience with us, a harmony of rhythm and radiance, as we continue on our journey of spiritual discovery and service.
अदेव सत्यप्रकाशाय नमः। ॐ श्री करुणाकरगुरु अदेव सत्यप्रकाशाय नमः। ॐ श्री करुणाकरगुरु परब्रह्मणे नमः। ॐ श्री करुणाकरगुरु सत्यप्रदाय नमः। ॐ श्री करुणाकरगुरु अदेव सत्यप्रकाशाय नमः।
As we stand in the gentle twilight, the Deva Pradakshinam has now begun. Look to the spiritual zone as the Swami Swaminis, Brahmachari Brahmacharinis, with their serene forms bathed in the golden glow of the Deepams, slowly proceed in sacred unison. Each silver platter with its oil-wick half-coconut lamp, representing not just light but the very essence of purity and devotion. The light offered to dispel the shadows of ignorance and bring forth the dawn of wisdom. Listen to the Chandavadi Melam in the background, rising in a symphony of rhythmic beats, as if matching the footsteps of those participating in this sacred circumambulation. The drums echo the heartbeat of the ashram, the pulse of the universe aligning with the flow of this spiritual ritual. The energy in the air is palpable, each beat resonating with divine power, lifting our spirits higher with every moment. The participants, led by the Sannyasa Sangha, have made their way around the Prarthanalayam, where the lamps are received, blessed by the eternal Guru. This procession continues onwards as it makes its way towards the Parashala, the Sahagarana Mandiram, encircling the spiritual zone as a whole. The light they carry is not just for them, it is for all of us, for all of humanity. It is the light of Guru's Karanyam, piercing the darkness of the world, illuminating the path of Dharma for those who follow. As the lamps flicker in the evening breeze, they remind us of our own inner light, waiting to be kindled by devotion, submission, and faith. The lights, now growing brighter and glowing stronger in the deepening dusk, are more than just symbols. They are alive, pulsating with the energy of Guru's teachings of love, compassion, and universal brotherhood. Every step taken, every lamp held, is a prayer in motion, a prayer for peace and enlightenment. As the Deva Pradakshinam continues, let us reflect on this profound journey of light conquering darkness, of unity conquering division, and of the eternal bond between Guru and disciple. This is truly an embodiment of Guru's Dharma, leading us toward a higher, more enlightened state of being. With each passing moment, the light spreads, both within the ashram and within our hearts, carried forward by the faithful and illuminated by the grace of our Guru. The participants, led by the Sannyasa Sangha, make their way towards the Sahagarana Mandiram, a place that symbolizes ultimate universal unity, a monument of cooperation, of coalescence, of togetherness, of peace, of harmony, of discourse and discussion. The Sannyasa Sangha with their many, many deepams, with the lights, made their way into and inside the hallowed halls of the Sahagarana Mandiram. The procession has now entered the Sahagarana Mandiram, a sacred space that embodies the spirit of selfless service and community living within the ashram. The Mandiram stands as a testament to the Guru's vision of Sahagarana, unity in action and purpose. Here, the principles of collaboration and collective effort are honored, where each individual's contribution adds to the greater whole, much like the flames of the deepams uniting to light up the darkness. As the deepams flicker within these walls, the atmosphere is imbued with the energy of compassion and service that flows from every corner of the Mandiram. This is the place where humility meets divinity, where the lessons of Annadanam and Atarasevanam and Atmabodhanam are lived out in daily life, each action dedicated to the upliftment of humanity. As the Deepa Pradakshinam continues, the atmosphere is further enriched by a deeply moving gesture. The Deepams are now carried not only by the Sannyasa Sangha, but also by the parents and the closer relatives of the Sangha, the Rakshakartakal of the Sannyasa Sangha. This act of love and reverence transcends familial bonds, reminding us of what Her Holiness Shishupujita Amridajnana Tapaswini mentioned earlier today, that in the ashram, all devotees are part of this sacred family, not just the blood relatives of the Sangha. This symbolism runs deep, showing that the ashram's community extends beyond the ties of birth and blood. The light of the Deepams, carried by these loved ones, represents the shared commitment to Guru's Dharma, uniting everyone in devotion and service, regardless of their personal relationship with the Sangha members. This act signifies a broader spiritual kinship that binds every devotee in the Guru Shishya Parampara, where the family is the Guru's family and the path is one of universal oneness. Deepa Pradakshina procession has now reached and is now passing the Parnashala, the sacred structure symbolizing the divine abode of Navajyoti Sri Karunakara Guru, a place wherein the spiritual essence of Santhigiri is deeply rooted. As the participants encircle this revered space, the flickering lights of the Deepams, held by the Sannyasa Sangha and their extended spiritual family, cast an ethereal glow, blending devotion with the timeless teachings of Guru. Standing as a monumental beacon of Guru's vision, the Parnashala welcomes this symbolic gesture, reminding everyone of the profound connection between Guru and his devotees. Each flame, carried in humility and reverence, embodies the purification of the soul, the burning away of ignorance, and the invitation to step into the light of divine wisdom. As the procession moves through the soft evening air, illuminated by these radiant lights, the sanctity of the Parnashala feels amplified, as though the Guru's presence is felt more strongly with each step, each flame, each prayer. It is a deeply symbolic moment, where the lights of these Deepams unify with the eternal flame of Guru's Dharma, as the Deepa Pradakshinam reaches back at the Parnashala, illuminating not only the sacred paths of the ashram but also the hearts of every soul present. The collective light of their devotion bathes the path ahead in a shared glow, a luminous thread connecting everyone to the eternal teachings of Guru. The Deva Pradakshinam has now completed one full encircling of the spiritual zone, but the procession moves again for another round. Each circumambulation deepening the spiritual connection and reinforcing the devotion of all participants, with the soft glow of Deepams to light their path. The atmosphere creates a mesmerizing contrast against the deepening twilight, as if the flames are carrying forward the essence of the divine grace. With every step, the participants, led by the Sannyasa Sangha, Brahmacharis and Brahmacharinis, they renew their commitment to the eternal path of life and truth laid down by Navajyoti Sri Karunakara Guru. The rhythmic beats of the Chandavadya Melam, harmonizing with the silent prayers, add to the sacred ambience, building an atmosphere charged with devotion and unity. As the procession encircles once more, there is an unspoken bond between those carrying the Deepams, a bond not just of familial ties but of the Guru Shishya tradition. Shishya Pujada earlier reminded us that the family of Sannyasa Diksha, of the Sannyasa Sangha, is not confined by blood but embraces all devotees who walk the path of Guru's Dharma. And now, with these lights in hand, the relatives, both spiritual and biological, reaffirm their place in this profound spiritual journey, illuminating the world around them in this moment of unity. At Santhigiri Ashram, this revered relationship of Guru and Shishya forms the core of all spiritual pursuit, reflecting the profound ideals of Guru Margam, the path of Guru. It is through this unbroken chain of guidance that each Shishya finds their spiritual destiny. Led from the shadows of ignorance to the dawn of higher knowledge, the Guru, as the living embodiment of the divine, does not merely teach through words, but through the silent transmission of divine energy, shaping the inner world of the Shishya, molding the heart, the mind, and the spirit. The Shishya, in turn, surrenders wholly to this sacred path, knowing that in the surrender there is profound freedom. The Guru Margam at Santhigiri is a sacred journey where the wisdom imparted by Guru, our Navajyoti Sri Karunakara Guru, guides each and all Shishya toward the ultimate truth, the realization of the divine within. It is a path illuminated by the values of unconditional love, of selfless service, and of spiritual discipline, where the Shishya is led to perceive all interconnectedness of existence. The teachings of Guru remind the Shishya that all of life in its myriad forms is but a reflection of the divine essence. And through the Guru's guidance, this oneness can be realized in the depths of the soul. In this sacred bond, the Guru is both the protector and the guide, sheltering the Shishya from the storms of worldly existence and steering them toward the still waters of divine truth. Today, we celebrate Sannyasa Diksha on a very special occasion, Vijaya Dashami. While celebrated as a grand symbol of victory, the victory of good over evil, of light over darkness, of ignorance over, of wisdom over ignorance, it carries an even more deeper meaning, a more profound understanding for those who are walking on this path of the Guru Margam. On this day, we are reminded that the greatest victory we can achieve is not in external conquests, but in the inner battle against ignorance, against ego and desire. This victory is only possible through the grace and guidance of a living Guru. The presence of this living Guru on the spiritual path is akin to a guiding light, an embodiment of wisdom, a manifestation of the divine in human form, a helper in the discipline and complexities of life. Just as Vijayadashami marks the triumph of light over darkness, the Guru's presence in our lives marks the triumph of knowledge over ignorance and spiritual awakening over the slumber of worldly attachments. The Vidyarambham ceremony at Santhigiri Ashram, performed by the revered sannyasis at the Savarna Mandiram and at the Prarthanalayam, is a sacred tradition that marks the beginning of a journey into knowledge. It is an age-old ritual and is quite analogous, in fact, to the Sannyasa Diksha, where the Guru, the divine grace of Guru, blesses a few initiates with Diksha, spiritual initiation into renunciation. It is a great act that happened on the same day, the day of Vijayadashami.
Satya Prakashaya Namah.
As the bells as the bells of the Aradhana as the bells of the Aradhana echo through the ashram across the spiritual zone, the procession is now preparing for its final round of the Deepa Pradakshina, symbolizing a culmination of devotion and spiritual commitment. Each step taken resonates with the teachings of Navajyoti Sri Karunakara Guru as the participants, the Sannyasa Sangha, filled with a sense of purpose, carry their deepams with utmost reverence. The flickering flames illuminate not just their path but also their hearts and the hearts of all those who are gathered, reinforcing their unity and purpose. The atmosphere is electric, enriched by the vibrant beats of the Chandavadi Melam outside the Prarthanalayam, harmonizing with the spiritual vibrations that fill the air. The rhythmic drumming elevates the experience, inviting all to immerse themselves in the sacred energy of the moment. As the Sannyasa Sangha and the dedicated families make their way around the spiritual zone once more and come back to the Prarthanalayam to submit their deepams and in a broader sense themselves at the lotus feet of Guru. It serves as a reminder that the path of light, represented by the deepams themselves, dispels not just physical darkness, but also the shadows of ignorance and despair. Each deepam symbolizes the inner light of wisdom, compassion and love, shining brightly in unison with the collective spirit of community, our Santhigiri Parampara, gathered here. In this moment, as the procession concludes its last round, we witness a powerful affirmation of faith and devotion, honoring the timeless teachings of our beloved Guru. The essence of unity and brotherhood, encapsulated in this sacred ritual, is a fitting tribute to the ideals that Santhigiri Ashram upholds.
Sri Karunakara Guru Satyapradaya Nama. Om Sri Karunakara Guru Adeva Satyapradashaya.
सद्गुरुवे शरणम। 40वें संन्यास दीक्षा वार्षिकम के उपलक्ष्य पर दीप प्रदक्षिणा प्रार्थना पूर्वक आश्रम के स्पिरिचुअल जोन में की जा रही है। इस विशेष दीप प्रदक्षिणा में आश्रम के सन्यासी संघ, ब्रह्मचारी संघ एवं रक्षाकर्ता भाग ले रहे हैं। आज का पावन दिवस शांतिगिरी आश्रम में सर्वप्रथम संन्यास दीक्षा की 40वीं वर्षगांठ है। आश्रम में सर्वप्रथम संन्यास दीक्षा समारोह विजयदशमी के दिन अक्टूबर 4, 1984 के दिन संपन्न हुआ था। उस दिन नवज्योति श्री करुणाकर गुरु ने 31 शिष्यों को संन्यास दीक्षा दी थी, जिनमें कई महिलाएं भी थीं। तब से हर साल विजयदशमी के दिन संन्यास दीक्षा वार्षिकम को आश्रम में पूरी भव्यता से मनाया जाता है। चालीसवें संन्यास दीक्षा वार्षिकम समारोह के कर्म आज प्रातः 5 बजे की आराधना के पश्चात शुरू हुए। पर्णशाला में सन्यासी संघ, ब्रह्मचारी संघ एवं दूसरे आत्मबंधुओं के द्वारा पुष्प समर्पण, गुरु पूजा, अभिवंद्य शिष्य पूजिता का परंपरा को संबोधन, विशेष सत्संग एवं दीप प्रदक्षिणा आज के इस महत्वपूर्ण दिवस के विशेष कर्म हैं। शांतिगिरी आश्रम में पालन किया जा रहा संन्यास सिद्धांत दूसरी जगहों पर किए जा रहे संन्यास से एकदम भिन्न है। शांतिगिरी आश्रम में संन्यास युग धर्म के पहलू पर आधारित है। वर्तमान समय कली युग है। कलियुग के अपने धर्म सिद्धांत और रीतियां हैं जो कि पिछले युगों के धर्म आचरणों से बिल्कुल अलग हैं। त्रेता और द्वापर युगों के में पालन किए जाने वाली संन्यास रीति नहीं है कलियुग की रीति। कलियुग में सन्यासियों को समाज की कठिनाइयों और दोषों को दूर करने के कार्य में पूरी तरह से सक्रिय होना है। संन्यास का अर्थ घर छोड़कर, परिवार वालों से नाता तोड़कर किसी जंगल या पहाड़ पर तपस करना नहीं है, अपितु मानव समूह के बीच में रहकर समाज की बुराइयों और दोषों को संयम तथा त्याग से हटाने का श्रम है संन्यास। शांतिगिरी आश्रम में गुरु के सन्यासी शिष्यों का समूह है गुरु धर्म प्रकाश सभा, अर्थात गुरु के धर्म को प्रकाशित करने का अहम उत्तरदायित्व सन्यासी गण निभा रहे हैं। आश्रम के भक्तिपूर्ण वातावरण में इस समय दीप प्रदक्षिणा संपन्न हो रही है। शांतिगिरी आश्रम में संन्यास दीक्षा, गुरु शिष्य बंधन एवं सन्यासियों और गृहस्थ आश्रमियों की परस्परता का एक जीवंत उदाहरण है। सन्यासियों और गृहस्थ आश्रमियों की परस्परता एवं सहयोग से ही आश्रम जीवन संपूर्ण बनता है। नवज्योति श्री करुणाकर गुरु ने कई बार इस बात पर जोर दिया है कि यह एक गलत धारणा है कि संन्यास दीक्षा प्राप्त करने के बाद सन्यासियों के अपने परिवार वालों से सारे बंधन टूट जाते हैं। गुरु ने कहा है कि आश्रम में संन्यास दीक्षा का महत्व गृहस्थ आश्रमियों के लिए भी उतना आवश्यक है जितना सन्यासियों के लिए। यह गृहस्थ आश्रमियों का धर्म है कि संन्यास दीक्षा के समय वे इस अनुष्ठान में पूरी तरह से भागीदार बने। सन्यासियों की आध्यात्मिक उन्नति के लिए प्रार्थना करना गृहस्थ आश्रमियों का कर्तव्य है। इस प्रकार इस कर्म की महानता से उत्पन्न होने वाला पुण्य गृहस्थ आश्रमियों और उनकी पीढ़ियों को भी प्राप्त होगा। गुरु ने कहा है कि ईश्वर के द्वारा दिए जाने वाले ज्ञान से हम समाज में प्रचलित गलत धारणाओं को बदल रहे हैं। अगर हमारे समाज से मत और जाति के भेदभावों को हटाना है तो इसके लिए ईश्वर की कृपा आवश्यक है। इसे समझकर कार्य करने पर ही हम माता पिता गुरु देवम इस धर्म को ठीक से कार्यान्वित कर सकते हैं। गुरु ने कहा है कि सन्यासी का सही अर्थ है पूर्णता एवं धन्यता। विद्या, धन, प्रभुत्व, यह सब वहाँ पहुँचेंगे जहाँ पर सन्यासी बैठा हुआ है। अगर शासन को धर्मनिष्ठ होना है तो एक साधु का अनुग्रह होना चाहिए। दीपकों को गुरु के चरण कमलों में समर्पित कर सन्यासी संघ के सदस्य इस समय प्रार्थनालय में प्रार्थना करते हुए नजर आ रहे हैं। गुरु के आध्यात्मिक लौ से जगमगाते यह दीपक संन्यास जीवन एवं गृहस्थ आश्रम जीवन को उज्ज्वलित करते हैं। गुरु की इच्छा को दैविक इच्छा समझकर पूर्ण आत्मसमर्पण ही गुरु शिष्य बंधन का सार है।
As the Deepa Pradakshinam procession gracefully comes to its close, we find ourselves enveloped in an aura of tranquility and divine light. The myriad Deepams, those resplendent lamps, fashioned with tender care, half coconuts cradling flickering flames and adorned on silver platters, are now gently returned to the sanctum of the Prarthanalayam. Each Deepam, a beacon of hope and a symbol of our spiritual aspirations, has cast its warm glow, illuminating not just the hallowed hall, but also our hearts and our souls. As we gaze upon the Prarthanalayam, it shimmers in the embrace of the warm light emanating from these sacred offerings. The flickering flames dance in harmony, casting ethereal shadows that whisper stories of devotion, stories of faith. It is here that the energies of the devotion converge, creating a sanctified space where the divine and the devotee intertwine in a sacred embrace. The gentle illumination mirrors the luminous teachings of Navajyoti Sri Karunakara Guru, guiding us along the path of righteousness, love and unity. The echoes of the Chandavadi Melam resonate in the background. The symphony of percussion instruments, though slowly being muted, They've accompanied our journey, reminding us of the vibrant spirit of celebration that pulses through Santhigiri Ashram. Each beat serves as a heartbeat of the community, a rhythmic affirmation of our shared purpose and collective aspirations. The energy of the drum beats mingles with the soft glow of the deepams and the loud echoing of the Aradhana bells, creating a melodic tapestry that weaves together the fabric of our spiritual heritage. As the final few deepams finds its place among the others, the Prarthanalayam radiates a luminous serenity, inviting all who enter to partake in the divine presence that envelops this sacred space. Here, the act of placing the lamps within the hall becomes a poignant reminder of our return to the essence of self, an act of surrender and a celebration of our spiritual journey. The gathering of all parents, relatives, and fellow devotees, all carrying their own deepams, reflects the shared commitment to nurturing this light, embodying the belief that we are all interconnected in this sacred tapestry of existence. The Deepa Pradakshinam has not merely illuminated our surroundings but has also kindled a flame within each heart present. This sacred ritual serves as a reaffirmation of our dedication to the principles of service, of compassion, and of love that Guru has imparted to us. As we depart from this hallowed gathering, may we carry the divine light of the Deepams within us, guiding our thoughts and actions toward a life steeped in spirituality and harmony. Let this moment be a luminous chapter in our lives, a testament to our enduring commitment to walk the path of righteousness, illuminating